Hey lovelies! So it recently occurred to me that after 5 years of making cooking videos for the Domestic Geek, that I had never actually shared a chicken wing recipe here on the channel, which seems totally crazy because I spent a lot of my late teens and early 20s working in sports bars, and let me tell you, I have served and eaten my share of chicken wings. In fact, I fancy myself quite an expert. So today I am going to fix all of that by sharing one of the most incredible chicken wing recipes you will ever try. And the best part about these wings is that instead of being fried, they are baked, but they still have all of that amazing crispiness that you desire in your wings. Now, just before we get to all of that tastiness, I will remind you once again, Meals Made Easy is just a few weeks away and I could not be more excited. If you want to pre-order your copy, I definitely recommend you do so. All the details are in the description box. If you pre-order, you get a sneak peek at 5 of my very favorite recipes. They will be emailed directly to your inbox. You can check out those details below as well. Now, let's talk chicken wings and getting them right each and every time. So I'm gonna start by showing you how I like to cook my chicken wings. Now, obviously, when you eat chicken wings at a sports bar, let's say, most likely they have been deep fried, which of course can be delicious, but not so healthy. I like to bake my chicken wings in the oven, makes them a little bit lighter and a little bit healthier. And because we're going to toss them first in a little bit of cornstarch, they're going to get that same nice crispy exterior that we love so much. So I am starting with my wings. As you can see, I've got a whole lot of wings because, come on, if we're going to do this, let's just do it. You can transfer your wings into a zipper bag like this because this just makes it so much easier to toss them all up and get them evenly coated. Next, and most importantly, I am adding a good helping of cornstarch. Now, if you don't have cornstarch, you can do this with flour, but if you want to leave these gluten-free, cornstarch is a great option. I also like hitting them at this point with a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper because you get a little seasoning happening before you even get your sauce on. And then I'm just going to close my zipper bag and give this a really nice shake until we've got everything evenly covered. Next, we'll use some tongs to transfer our chicken wings onto a baking sheet. I like using non-stick here to save myself a big mess. I also like using tongs for this job because it allows me to shake off any excess cornstarch. You really just want a light dusting. When it comes to chicken wings, you have drums and you have flats or wingettes, depending on who you ask. I am a flat person. My husband Greg is a drum person, which works out really well because whenever we split an order of chicken wings, I get all the flats, which is how it should be. Into the oven these go at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. At about the 15-minute mark, we will flip them over to make sure they get evenly cooked. You will notice at this point that they have taken on a nice golden color and they have an amazing crispy exterior. That means they are perfect and ready to be tossed in some sauce. Now, when it comes to wings, the sauce is really what makes them saucy. So today I'm sharing 3 of my very favorites with you, starting with my incredible best ever buffalo wing sauce. It has a ton of awesome flavor that just elevates a traditional buffalo wing ever so slightly. So I'm starting with some hot sauce. Of course, wouldn't be buffalo anything without hot sauce. We're gonna heat that hot sauce up over medium heat, and then we are going to add some butter to that for a little bit of richness. For some flavor, we have some Worcestershire sauce headed in here, as well as just a touch of brown sugar. Now, you can't really taste the sweetness in this recipe, but it definitely helps to cut down the acidity. Trust me, you don't wanna skip it. Next, we are going to add even more flavor with some onion powder, some garlic powder, and finally, the real secret to this best ever buffalo sauce, I am adding some celery seed. Of course, we know that buffalo chicken wings are always traditionally served with celery, so it felt very fitting to put some celery seed in the sauce itself. I'm just going to get this heated through until that butter is fully melted, and then we can give our wings a toss. Can we just talk about how crispy these wings are? Just listen to the sound of it. Quality control, people, that's my job. Once you're done testing your wings, you can go ahead and get your sauce on. And then these are ready to be enjoyed. If you are not serving your best ever buffalo wings with some blue cheese dip and some celery sticks, guys, you are doing your wings a disservice. These are better than deep fried. Trust me on this one. Next, for something a little less traditional but equally delicious, we are making these Asian-inspired sweet and spicy sesame wings. These are to die for. They start once again in a small saucepan on the stove over medium-low heat. I'm using medium-low here because we are going to be using honey as the base for this recipe, and honey really likes to burn quickly. To that, I am going to add a little savoriness with some soy sauce, and then a bit of heat with some sriracha. For some really wonderful sesame flavor, I am adding just a little bit of sesame oil. I've talked about it before, sesame oil is a very strong flavor, so a little bit can go a long way. And finally, I am going to get some freshly grated ginger into this, and you have got a whole lot of incredible flavor happening in here. Once they're tossed and coated and all that deliciousness, we can finish them off with some finely sliced green onion and some sesame seeds for crunch. How much do we love chicken wings? Finally, if you are looking for something smoky, sweet, citrusy, and tangy, then you should definitely try my chili lime barbecue wings. The base for this yummy wing sauce is some barbecue sauce, so I've got that in my saucepan over medium heat. Then I'm going to add some great flavor with some chili powder, a little bit of ground cumin, as well as some chipotle powder. And finally, the zest and juice of a lime, so you get this spicy smokiness with that really bright, fresh punch of that lime at the very end. Woo! This has got a kick. Obviously, this sauce takes almost no time to make, but packs a serious flavor punch. And then they can be served up with just a little more lime zest. These have to be tasted to be believed, honestly, guys. This is what happens when you swing for the fences. I hope you will give all 3 of these amazing wing recipes a try. If you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Facebook me a photo, because I always love seeing your kitchen creations. Meals Made Easy is just weeks away, so I hope you guys will check it out for yourselves. If you want to pre-order the book, you can get my sneak peek at 5 delicious recipes before the book is available to anyone else. All those details are in the description box. And finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.